Hi, I'm the thinker. Throughout history, many movements have sought to reform society. They yearned for change, for progress, for a different world. Some embraced peaceful evolution, gradually pushing the status quo. Others, however, resorted to destabilization. They saw chaos as a catalyst, a way to break existing structures and pave the way for something new. But chaos is a volatile force. While it can overthrow tyrants and inspire hope, it can also unleash unforeseen consequences, leaving destruction and uncertainty in its wake. This essay explores the complex relationship between revolutionary movements and destabilization, examining historical examples and their lasting implications. Before we begin our analysis, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, The Thinker, and to participate through comments and suggestions, sharing these important topics for today's society. The French Revolution stands as a clear reminder of the power and danger of chaos. In 1789, France was a powder keg of inequality. The monarchy, decadent and out of touch with reality, ruled over an impoverished population. When the Third Estate, representing the common people, declared itself the National Assembly, it ignited a storm. The storming of the Bastille prison on July 14th became a powerful symbol of the revolution. This act of defiance, fueled by rage and desperation, shattered the illusion of royal invincibility. The revolution, initially intended to achieve liberty and equality, descended into the reign of terror. The guillotine became a chilling symbol of revolutionary excess. Thousands of people, considered enemies of the Republic, met their end. The French Revolution, despite its lofty ideals, demonstrated the unpredictable nature of chaos. It showed how a movement, initially driven by hope, could transform into something darker and more destructive. The Russian Revolution of 1917 offers another compelling case study. Tsarist Russia, gripped by poverty and burdened by World War I, proved to be fertile ground for revolution. Vladimir Lenin, leader of the Bolsheviks, promised a socialist utopia. He called for the overthrow of the Tsar and the establishment of a workers' paradise. The Bolsheviks, masters of propaganda and organization, seized control. They promised peace, land, and bread, tapping into the deep discontent of the masses. However, the consequences of the revolution were far from utopian. A brutal civil war erupted, pitting the Bolsheviks against a coalition of anti-communist forces. Millions perished in the ensuing conflict. The revolution, meant to usher in an era of equality and prosperity, instead brought widespread suffering and repression. The Arab Spring, a series of pro-democracy uprisings across the Middle East and North Africa in 2011, provides a more recent example. Fueled by social media and a yearning for change, protests erupted in Tunisia, Egypt, Libya, and beyond. The people, long subjected to authoritarian rule and economic stagnation, demanded freedom and dignity. The Arab Spring toppled dictators in Tunisia and Egypt, offering a glimmer of hope for democratic change. However, the aftermath of the uprisings revealed the complexities of revolution. While Tunisia embarked on a fragile path towards democracy, Egypt experienced a military coup. Libya descended into chaos, becoming a battleground for rival militias. The Arab Spring demonstrated that while destabilization can create opportunities for change, it doesn't guarantee a positive outcome. The logic of planned chaos, shifting the pendulum of history. These historical examples highlight a recurring theme: the deliberate use of chaos as a strategy for change. Revolutions by their very nature are disruptive. They seek to overthrow existing power structures, dismantle outdated systems, and rewrite the rules of society. For revolutionaries, chaos isn't simply an unfortunate byproduct, it's a necessary tool. It's the hammer that breaks the old world, creating space for the new. The logic of planned chaos is based on the belief that profound change cannot occur within the boundaries of the existing order. To achieve true transformation, revolutionaries argue, a rupture must first be created, a moment of profound disruption. This disruption serves to awaken the masses, expose the flaws of the old system, and create the necessary conditions for radical change. The unintended consequences of disruption when revolutions go wrong. However, the appeal of planned chaos often overshadows its inherent risks. Revolutions, even those guided by the noblest intentions, are inherently unpredictable. Once unleashed, chaos can take on a life of its own, spiraling beyond the control of those who initiated it. One of the most significant risks of destabilization is the possibility of violence and instability. Revolutions often lead to power vacuums, creating opportunities for opportunists, extremists, and outside actors to exploit the chaos. The French Revolution's descent into the reign of terror, the bloody civil war of the Russian Revolution, and the fragmentation of Libya after the Arab Spring are clear examples of chaos's potential to spiral out of control. Chaos, a double-edged sword, both tool and hazard. Therefore, chaos emerges as a double-edged sword for revolutionary movements. On one hand, it's an essential tool for dismantling oppressive systems and challenging the status quo. It can ignite the flames of change, motivate the masses, and create the necessary conditions for radical transformation. On the other hand, chaos is inherently unpredictable and dangerous. It can easily lead to violence, instability, and repression, undermining the very goals it intended to achieve. This duality poses a profound dilemma for those seeking to reshape the world. It raises a fundamental question: is it possible to harness the transformative power of chaos without succumbing to its destructive potential? Echoes of the past, relevance to contemporary uprisings. The lessons from past revolutions have a big impact on our modern world. From the streets of Hong Kong to the plazas of Caracas, people continue to rise up against oppression, demanding change. Social media and globalization have increased the speed and reach of protest movements, making it easier for discontent to spread and for revolutions to ignite. However, these movements also face the same challenges and dilemmas as their historical predecessors. Navigating the future, the enduring lessons of revolution. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, understanding the dynamics of chaos and revolution is more critical than ever. History's enduring lessons teach us that while destabilization can be a powerful tool for change, it is a risky strategy fraught with unforeseen consequences. In the future, movements seeking to create a more just and equitable world must grapple with this dilemma. Conclusion: the enduring interplay of chaos and change. The relationship between chaos and change is complex and multifaceted. While chaos can be a catalyst for progress, it can also lead to destruction and suffering. Understanding this interplay is essential for navigating the challenges of our time and building a better future. As we've seen from the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, the path of revolution is rarely straight or predictable. It's a path filled with dangers, but one that continues to attract those who dare to dream of a different world. The question remains: can we learn from the mistakes of the past and harness the power of chaos for good? Or are we doomed to repeat the cycles of revolution and repression? Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to The Thinker to support our channel and reach more people.